newspaper. I'll just see if we can take one more, and this one from the Punch. And on the Punch, you would find some interesting headlines. Meanwhile, for those of us who are yet to join the Facebook family, you can go on Facebook now at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Like the page, join the live stream, and importantly, click on the share button. Drop your comments. Try to make sure that your comments are very short and precise so we don't miss it. Okay? Thank you. If you do that, we're good. Again, on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. On the Punch, US aid Boko Haram controversy. Nigeria may miss $603 million fund. Senate summons service chiefs. Dangote NNPC Limited refineries not supplying 50% local fuel demand. Federal government. Dangote and NPCL refineries not supplying 50% local petrol demand. Federal government. If they are not, why? And what is the federal government doing about it instead of telling us? Should that not be reversed? Local government autonomy. CBN 774 chairmen differ over council's account opening. I mean, for this to be very effective, there's lots of work to do. We have to deliberate on some of the laws and make some changes to the constitutional provisions of how these things work. Because if you don't do that, eventually some governors will head to court, and they would be right to be heading to court when the constitution empowers them to share these funds in the manner that it's being shared. Vehicle price hike looms as US plans 25% tariff. Federal government bans 60,000 liters tankers nationwide from March. Let's go over to some of your comments on Facebook now, shall we? Quite a number of them. Okay, this one says, I'm not comfortable with the governor donating 500 million naira to Anglican Communion when a lot of Rivers youths are roaming around the streets of Port Harcourt. When I saw this yesterday, I said, Mr. Governor, you have just given people something to talk about. And it brought me to even question, what do you think about our leaders announcing donations in churches? I think those donations can still be made without them being announced in churches. Yes, truth is, in the budget's provisions, there might be funds put aside for this kind of spendings. All right. And if the governor feels that they want to from there do this and spend or donate, it is understandable because it's provided for. But still, I mean, going to church and making these announcements in church, what do you make of it? What do you think about it? I, for one, have always been against it from time. You can still give the church that funds without announcing, in the pulpit, we're donating. Clever Sonny said, it's very sad that Governor Adeleke was busy dancing when APC that has deliberately destroyed Nigeria took over all the local governments. Yeah. Well, I wasn't busy dancing. There's something called federal might. Stephen Igbiki says, Hamas to release Israeli hostages. The fear of President Donald Trump is the beginning of wisdom. Good morning, Stephen Igbiki. Okay. Oh, I already took that. Local government autonomy, CBN local government chairman differs. Let local government autonomy be in full for development of councils in the country. The question is, the ones that the councils are getting since, what have they done with it? How far have they gone? Beyond one scholarship, stems for farmers, renovating police quarters, renovating one building. I'm talking across the country. I'm not talking in Rivers State. What else? There was one that they even gave wheelbarrow and noodles. Meanwhile, yesterday we're talking about schools. The other time we're talking about hospitals. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. I know that there's some council chairmen across the country who have embarked on some projects that are you look at and you say, okay, makes a lot of sense, from construction of roads to, but the point is, there's always more to be done. There's always a lot more to be done. And if you measure the funds that come monthly, unless there's somewhere that the funds go that is a secret that we're not supposed to know in public, because when we will criticize based on the public knowledge. It is only you that is inside that know the secret knowledge. And since we don't know it, you can't hold us accountable to say we should not criticize you the way we do. We would have to, because we are criticizing with public knowledge. 0817-923-0007. Just tell us your name and where you're calling from, and go ahead with your contribution. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Akuku from Abokeche.
Go on.
Let me comment over the issue of what my governor said, that he will partner with the church. So, yes, when the man who knows God not to go church, knows God to be leading the people will rejoice. If the guy has fear of God himself, the local government chairman, they have fear of God. They are living with the fear of God. I thank you for that comment. Also to partner with the armies. Let him partner with the armies and make sure that our security. We are supported by the police, Nigerian police today. Let us work with the proximity with the army so that we can get a better security in this state. Thank you. This is Akuku from Abokeche.
All right, Dakuku, thank you. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Femia.
All right, go on.
I think the federal government banning 60,000 liters fuel tankers, I would say it's indeed a welcome development. But after this ban, what next? And regarding the issue that the petrol tank are falling at the Rumosi flyover, I think I would say that if it were to be fuel, I think it would have been counting scores of persons that were born to ashes. But thank God, the authorities were able, even the community themselves, and I also want to appreciate the CDC chairman for taking some proactive measures. But this issue of illegal parking, there is no way we can talk about illegal parking without pointing out police. Because if you see where there is incessant parking, there is a police officer, either woman or man, they are collecting money and giving them the parking to park indiscriminately. So police should also on their own part use themselves and by themselves advise there for this, illicit parking. They are condoning. It doesn't make sense in our community. And I also want to appreciate my governor. I know in time, and he has to continuously give his support to the security agencies. Most importantly, the army, in ensuring that our pipelines are being protected. But on their own part, they should ensure they don't add to the menace of bunkering that is ravaging this
All right.
communities.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerian Info.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
First of all, I want to thank the governor of Rivers State for supporting the police, the army, the Navy, and the civil defense. You can see that since this governor took over Rivers State is very peaceful. There is no crisis. People are doing their business at the night. Before you can move at night, my brother, but for now, you can move at night, do your business. I want to commend the governor for donating that money to church, because they say we should build the church, because it's here we go and listen to the word of God. That place needs to be keep clean. I want to commend the governor for whatever thing he's doing. To try his best, because the light has been shining in River State, and I know darkness cannot come again. About the local government chairman, my own local government chairman here at Sikukwika is trying. And I'm also using the opportunity to please come to Nkoro and give us a standard project. Any other Sikukwika and people of Nkoro are waiting for you. So please lay a project for Nkoro Kingdom. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah. Greetings from Eche to you.
Greetings. Go on.
This is Elder Luka Man, all the way from Eche. Governor's donation to church. Andrew is a very fantastic one. Andrew, for governor of River State, succeed today is because of the prayers of the church. Because the plan and purposes of enemies against the governor could not work. Did not work because of God's intervention. If you prefer the government to even use one month, give churches in the state because their prayers
pain. But Andrew, you don't know what this governor passed through in the hands of enemies of Rivers State. And he stood his ground because of God. So whatever you think of God, I'm not even, I won't even say. Andrew, on the issue of NDDC, Andrew, I am disappointed on the NDDC state rep led by Tony Potter. Andrew, let me shock you. There was a solar energy, street that's going on in the state. Andrew, my own community was denied of that because of grammar. When I introduced persons, they said Tony Potter asked them not to light up a walk. That is my community. They go to Odofo, they stop at Odofo. They go to they pass my community to Umye and they give them street light. So my brother, what NDC is doing, they are biased. If it is the way the government is doing, I don't think that Rumibo, where the government comes from, will get government attention. The government didn't even look at it in that way. Make sure that these are special projects to all over the state. Why is NDC clever to look at denying a community this life? Please, I want to beg. Please, NDC, see what you can do to investigate what Lugaman is saying.
All right.
My brother, I don't know how NDC, my own community, is only producing local government, only producing community.
Thank you, Lugaman. Hello, good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Stanley. I'm calling from Elelu.
All right, Stanley, go on.
Rivers State Governor donates 500 million to churches, to church. This donation is a donation one too many. Of course, we can see how the governor is lavishing our money. All this money can be put together to build an industry in this state where our teeming youth who don't have job can work. If the governor is not donating money to churches, the governor is using our money to fight for structure. Yesterday we were discussing about schools, how our children are sitting on the bare ground to learn. When we have this kind of money that we can use to refurbish and upgrade our schools, buy chairs for our children to learn. Instead of the governor to do this, all those things, what the governor is doing is to donate our money, fight for structure. Please take your time, move from Abajo, Elelewoyimi Road, and see how dirty that road is. Last time I told you that our governor abandoned projects, internal roads, he started in Elelewo. Till today, nobody is talking about those roads. Our governor is busy donating our money, fighting for structure, going to Abuja every day, wasting Rivers money. Still, is a mistake to Rivers State, and we'll correct it.
All right, thank you very much. But then you have to be respectful when you talk to the governor. He is the governor, and in case you do not know, constitutionally you are mandated to respect that office. And when you talk about that office or the individual that occupies it, you have to respect it when you're saying it. So on that note, next time, all right, my friend, it is Governor Siminalayi Fubara. All right. If it's a mistake to Rivers State, you say at least according to you. Thank you. All right. Just start to put that goes to every other person so you understand these things. So next time when we have to correct you or draw your attention to it, you understand. All right. We'll take more calls. Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Mr. Wake from Amuma.
Okay, go on.
Yes, I want to commend the Rivers State Governor for Governor Siminalayi Fubara for his good work he has been doing in Rivers State. The security, because in Rivers State is a place where one can come in, invest, and move freely. And I also want to comment on the money he gave to the church. I think fruit without work is dead, and a blessing of a giver is different from others. I want to say he's doing good work in Rivers State, and I want to acknowledge him for that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. It's also very safe to say that there is budget for all of these things. Because some people have said, "Oh, this money could have been used for." There's budget already for school. There's budget for health. There's money put aside for those sectors, just as there's money aside for these sort of donations that the governor is making. But my only grouse, which is the question I asked, is how do you perceive the public show of donations of these monies to the church. Because then I understand that I would now also look, the mosque also deserves donation now, don't they? They deserve, I don't think the governor would need to be a Muslim. If the money is budgeted for, it's Commonwealth, and then the governor might not need to be a Muslim before he donates something to the mosque. I don't know if that has been happening or it has happened, but these donations could have still worked without making these announcements in front of, in church and all of those. Well, I think it's something that can be looked at. Let's go take some more messages now. This time we go on to messages we have on WhatsApp. The number still is 0809-030-6416. Send us your WhatsApp messages. This one says, so sad, the past administration killed education. That just got interrupted. Okay, let's go to Thank God Ability to start with that. Top of the morning, I'm not comfortable with the governor donating that amount of money to the Anglican Communion when a lot of Rivers youths are roaming. I think we took this already on Facebook. Thank God Ability. Blessed Allah says, the governor pledges support for military over oil theft. This is a nice one. And 6th Division military boss should also do the needful and support the governor. Patrick Amadi says he's watching from a chair. Federal government bans fuel tankers from operation. Not over tankers. I think it was a certain amount of liters, which is something I mean, on the show many times we've said here, they should even have a timetable of movement. That's something that should have been there. I don't know if they suggested that before, but it's something that should have been, because in many other advanced parts of the world, when you carry contents, inflammable contents like that, you don't move around the peak hours of the day. Asia Liko says Boko Haram US funding saga, Nigeria should tread with caution. This one says Chidi, governor gives support to military. That's a good one, but I pray they won't take sides and turn to lions against the governor during elections. Our governor is donating within Rivers State, not like some other people who donate outside Rivers State. Here we are. All right, now to Clinton West, who says local government autonomy. Governors are still in charge of local government councils' allocation. Local government autonomy cannot just work like that. There must be amendments in the Constitution. Well, until the council chairman tell us that that's the situation. Okay. This one says, please do not blame the governor for donating money to Anglican Church. The governor needs all prayers to win pending judgments in court. Olujes. No. Maybe you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying that donations cannot be made. The government can donate to whatever cause, or this, as like I said, is provided for. All right, these monies have been kept aside, provided for these sort of donations and things, and you can do that. But my point is, for a religious body, all right, let's take a commercial.
Nigeria Info will be right back.